That's fine.
Well, I need you to stand when I say my team.
Well, I know, but I'll walk in for that part. How's that?
Okay.
'Cause there's a lot of people in there too.
Yeah, that might be good so you can keep people
Well,
here.
well, that and
I gave them a speech about it matters that you're here, even if you're in here.
right. That's why I'm saying. I think they need to.
Just so you know. Should try the cat's ear. Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, Herder told them that. Yeah, two of them. That's what I thought. I thought that was crap. It was. Where's she at? The two of them. What? What do you want?
Picture, negotiating team picture.
Oh, I don't think we need that. Oh, all right. All right. I don't know. Yeah. Where's she at? Oh, will they walk in with them, maybe? The thicker girl with the dress on and the Asian girl. The two board members, the innocent ones. Yeah. Herder told them they can't hold the sign. It's not. They're supposed to be neutral. No, I'll go in there. I don't care. Kick rocks.
That's right, kick rocks. I need a bottle. Kick rocks.
Okay.
That's right.
welcome to the Monday, August 18th Valley View School Board meeting, regularly scheduled school board meeting, I might add. We would ask that you silence your cell phones, rise and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance, led by Member Pipkin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Vice President Campbell, board mission statement, please.
Our mission is to empower every learner to be college, career, and life ready, and to develop, grow, and achieve as a productive citizen.
Thank you. Dr. Wood, board agenda.
Yes, thank you, Board President Quigley. We're seeking your approval of the agenda as presented.
Is there a motion?
Second.
Motion and seconded. Put your microphone on. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Ayes have it. All right. The agenda is approved. Student staff recognition. Dr. Wood.
Yes, tonight's spotlight video is a school psychologist, Calissa Pampuch. We'll have an opportunity to hear about her position, but also more interestingly, her journey as a former Valley View student.
I've always felt like at home at VVSD. I completed my internship here last year with Romeoville High School, and I felt so at home there. I loved every person there. I felt so supported, and I was filling out job applications. I saw that Bolingbrook High School had an opening, and I was like, I need to go back. So I filled out my application. I came and interviewed, and I felt like I belonged here. The second I walked into my interview, I had so many supportive teachers back when I went to school here. Specifically Bolingbrook, I feel like I remember that the most because it's the most recent. But just throughout kindergarten through high school, I've had so many people supporting me here, and they're the reason I wanted to come back.
It's been 7 years between the time you graduated from Bolingbrook High School and now that you are a staff member. That's not really that long of a time. So describe the range of emotions that you were going through when you came into the first staff meeting here at BHS and you're walking through the parking lot, and I'm sure you had a lot of memories and feelings and things that came back. So as close as you can, explain to us what was going through your mind.
The first thing we had to do on Monday was go into the auditorium for the all-staff meeting, and I felt like I was walking back into my freshman meeting with the principal in the auditorium. So that was just I don't even know if nostalgic is the right word, but it just felt like I was back in high school because it really hasn't been that long. But at the same time, I felt a sense of comfort because I knew exactly where I was going in the building. I didn't it's a big building, it's overwhelming, but I actually can navigate the building. So that was super helpful and calming. And then just other than that, I've been just excited. I think it was a feeling of nostalgia, but now I'm excited to be here and I really know I belong. I just have that feeling.
Because it's been such a short time between you when you were a student and now you're a staff member, many of the staff members are still the same. Who are the staff members that you're going to have a very, very hard time calling by their first name now?
I've already called Kate Spurdy, Miss Spurdy, 2 days ago in the hallway. She was like, you don't have to call me that, you can call me Kate. But I was like, I can't. Her, Angie Beam, probably Melissa Costalunga, and Adam Brown, all of those were the teachers I remember vividly from being here, and I'm gonna have a hard time calling them by their first name.
One of our Portrait of a Learner competencies is to help students become empathetic citizens. In your school experience, how did staff members help you become an empathetic citizen, and how are you going to pass that trait on to the students that you work with?
I think every staff member I came across during my time in VVSD really sought to learn about their students as a whole and learn their backgrounds outside of school and not just throw material at them to learn. It was more about learning who you are as a person, and that's really important to me.
Why did you choose psychology as a profession?
My senior year, I took AP Psychology with Kate Spurdy, who I just mentioned before, and I loved that class. I loved the way she went about teaching the class. I was just excited to want to learn more. So my mom and then her mom, they're both in education. They're both teachers. My grandpa's also a teacher. So I grew up in education. I grew up in an education family, but I kind of knew that I didn't want to be a teacher. I just didn't think it was for me. It wasn't my calling. So I was like, psychology, like this is interesting. So I decided to major in that in college.
Outside of school and outside of psychology, you started ice skating at 5 years old, and you still do it. You're now a coach. Why did you initially get attracted to that sport, and why have you stayed with it?
So I actually got a free pass from a kindergarten class at Jamie McGee to go ice skating. So that is like how I started skating. So had I never gone to Jamie McGee, maybe I would never be skating. So that's an interesting fact. But I think I just like fell in love with it the second I stepped on the ice, and like I never wanted to do anything else.
What is something that you have learned from skating that you feel like you can apply to help the students you'll be working with here at Bolingbrook High School?
I think time management is like my top one, and then also work ethic. I think a lot of kids struggle with time management and like being so busy, especially in high school. They're all involved in a bunch of different things, and I think along the way I've learned a lot of different skills to help myself. Like I was going to practice in the morning, going to school, going to skate after school. I was traveling a lot to different competitions, and I did miss a lot of school in high school, but I always stayed on top of my work. So I think I have good skills to pass on to my students now with time management.
Dr. Wood, Will County CED, Center for Economic Development Summer Internship Program.
Yes, Adam, Mr. Herder will take the lead.
Good evening, Board, President Quickly, Dr. Wood, audience members, staff, and community. We're here tonight to present awards for two different things. So just to make sure we don't leave anyone out, if you are here tonight as a student to be recognized for a summer internship through the Will County Center for Economic Development or for an AXO award, now is your time to come on up as we will read your name. Okay, so I will introduce Dorletta Payton. Dorletta is our Director of College and Career Readiness. This is a project that began early on in last school year, identifying opportunities for summer internships that connect to our Portrait of a Learner competencies in a variety of places throughout our community. And so tonight we just wanted to read off the names and then invite those who could attend to recognize their efforts during the summer. We got fantastic feedback, as we would all expect, from all of the businesses and managers that worked with these students, and we would expect nothing less. So congratulations to them, and at this time I'll call up Dorletta Payton to read off their names.
Thank you. I am also accompanied by Adrienne Podolecchio, who is our strategic projects coordinator, who works very closely with work-based learning, of which this summer internship program is a part. As Adam said, my name is Dorletta Payton. I'm the Director of College and Career Readiness. Thank you to the school board president and members and Dr. Wood for allowing us to acknowledge our students, which is why we are all here. It's about what our students are doing, learning, and how they are applying what they learn.
Amen.
This Will County CED program is the first year we've had a summer internship program like it. CED is the Center for Economic Development. And so what they have done is gathered various school districts together and employers, organizations to employ our students for paid, P-A-I-D, summer internships so that they can apply what they have been learning that all these wonderful teachers have been teaching them and see the relevance of the coursework, how it applies in real life. More so than that, overall for work-based learning, and this applies for this program and for what I'm going to say about Caleb Wallace for AXO, is this allows our students to really start picturing themselves in the future, to think, is this something that I really want to do? I think this is a career that I want, but it allows them to get hands-on experience and either confirm, yeah, I really do like this, or deny, thought I liked this, but actually I hate it. Whatever that choice is, and both are valid outputs, because what we don't want is our students finishing at Valley View, going on to the next level of education, and wasting a year or two pursuing something that they're really not passionate about. So that's why we're putting so much time into these work-based learning opportunities, and we are expanding the program this year. So if you are a community member, business, and you are interested in hosting an intern, please feel free to reach out. Okay. I am going to call all of the names, even if they are not here. So we had 13 students that had internships. 6 of them have graduated. Some are at college already, and some are working already. I spoke to some of the alumni who are not able to be here tonight, but they told me about how this experience really helped them. The first student that, I know he's not here tonight, Isaiah Reimer, worked at the Senator Rachel Ventura's office. And I'll just tell this story, and this will be the only one that I tell. But I asked him, what was the most significant thing that you got out of your internship experience? And he told me about a leaflet drop that they did because there's a reconstruction of a bridge in Joliet, a bridge that was happening, and they needed to let local residents know. By him doing that, local community members were able to come out, find out more about the project, and they were able to give input to the powers that be. So he got to see at the grassroots level the impact of being there engaged in the community. So hold your applause until the end. Students, if you're here, I will hand you your certificate, and then you can go around and be acknowledged by the board members. I already said Isaiah Reimer, Ala Chowdhury, Andrew Sandoval, Bridget Mazurkowitz, Eleni Trejo, Elizabeth Davalos. Eleni? Here you go. Congratulations. Elizabeth Davalos, Francisco Gonzalez, Matthew Dobbins, I know is at work tonight, Miranda Zavala, Alice Doherty, Delilah Pantoja, congratulations, Jada Lavalai, and Kara Fairs. I think that's how you say it. So many of the students, as I said, are away. Some were not able to make it, but could we give them all a round of applause? Thank you very much. So I was here last year recognizing a student that had won a national bronze medal in the AXO program. And I'm going to take a quick moment. For those of you that are not aware of what AXO is, I have a quick paragraph here to explain it. AXO is actually an acronym. It stands for Afro-Academic, Cultural, Technological, and Scientific Olympics. It was actually founded in Chicago by Vernon Jarrett in 1978 as a way to get recognition for Black students for being something more than just an athlete. Nothing's wrong with being recognized for being an athlete, but our kids have many other gifts and talents. And so that's how it was created, so that they would get that recognition. The DuPage County AXO program serves Kane, Kendall, Will, DuPage, and even parts of Cook County. And they bring students from over 20 area high schools together monthly to work with a mentor, whether it's STEM, arts, entrepreneurship, humanities. There are over 30 categories. And they receive mentoring from a professional mentor. Again, putting into practice what they're learning, hands-on application. So the DuPage County AXO program is actually the top program in the nation, I am very proud to say, as a former chair and the current chair. and the current chairperson, Dr. Leslie Ford, is here. Can you wave your hand? They put in an incredible amount of effort and hours for free. So Caleb Wallace, Bolingbrook High School student, entered in the filmmaking category. And he competed at the local level, won a gold medal, and then went up and competed against all the other gold medalists from around the country. And he came out with a national gold medal, top in the nation. I'm inviting Caleb to stand over here because I did see your video. And the title of his video is I Must Confess. And since you're here, I have the blurb here, but why don't you tell them what your video is about, very short.
So I Must Confess is a film I made in order to speak to the emotional suppression within the Black community, especially. Of when people have their problems, they feel the need to bottle it up and not open up about it because they don't want to appear weaker. And my film was pretty much a public service announcement saying that everybody has their own unique problems and nobody should be ashamed of that. And it's okay to look at your peers and the people around you for help.
Caleb, I'm so proud of you. You're the second student in a week, male student, that I have become aware of work that they are doing in the mental health space, which we know is so needed today for our youth. So thank you for being willing to put yourself out there. Thank you for the work, the hours I know that you put in to make this come to fruition. And before I hand him this certificate, I am going to put in a public service announcement and say that AXO is recruiting for 25-26. Their website is www.dupage.act-so.org. And their orientations are virtual. The first one is Thursday night. So please, Bolingbrook High School, Valley View used to be #1 for DuPage County AXO in number of students, and we'd love to see it get back there. Thank you so much for your attention, Caleb. Congratulations.
This video is about 3.5 minutes. Perhaps we should have that at one of our subsequent meetings so we could watch it. Dr. Wood or anyone. Mr. Blaney, I'm sure you can make the technical magic happen. Thank you, young man. Moving down the agenda, Student Treasurer's Report. Mr. Renich.
Thank you, President Quigley. The Treasurer's Action Report 6.1 for the month of July includes the normal schedule of financial reports, the balance sheet, summary of revenues and expenditures, interim obligations, and debt service payments totaling $13,253,740.98 for your approval.
So move.
Motion and seconded. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, hearing none. Roll call vote, please.
Member Pipkin? Member Heil?
Yes.
Member Schroba?
Yes.
Secretary Sutherland?
Yes.
Vice President Campbell?
Yes.
President Quigley?
Yes.
6.2 is the schedule of bills for June 30th, 2025 for fiscal year 25. The schedule of bills for the month of June, we have 5 funds totaling bills payable of $3,296,200. $246,037 for your approval.
So moved.
Motion, seconded.
Second.
Somebody seconded. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, hearing none. Roll call vote, please.
Member Strova?
Yes.
Member Heil?
Yes.
Member Pipkin?
Yes.
Secretary Sutherland?
Yes.
Vice President Campbell? President Quigley?
Yes.
6.3 is the schedule of bills for August 18, 2025 for fiscal year 26. The schedule of bills for the month of August, we have 6 funds totaling bills payable of $2,708,847.54 for your approval.
Is there a motion?
Move.
Motion and seconded. Any discussion? Madam Clerk, take the roll.
Member Heil?
Yes.
Member Strova?
Yes.
Member Pipkin?
Yes.
Secretary Sutherland?
Yes.
Vice President Campbell?
Yes.
President Quigley?
Yes. Mr.
In your
Rennick.
packet, you have a 6.4, the summary of investments for the month of July, along with 6.5, which is state funding update, 6.6, property taxes received, and 6.7, all trust schools account activity. This is an informational agenda item.
If you have any questions on those items, talk to Mr. Renich. I'm sure he'll make himself available. Moving down the agenda, consent agenda items.
Yes, tonight we are seeking your approval of 5 consent agenda items as presented. 7.1 board meeting minutes, August 4th, 2025. 7.2 executive session meeting minutes, August 4th, 2025. 7.3 gift to Brooks Middle School. 7.4 IGA Lincoln Way Area Special Education District Number 843. And 7.5 intergovernmental agreement between the Valley View School District 365U and the Bolingbrook Park District.
Is there a motion?
Motion.
Motion and seconded. Is there any discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Member Pipkin?
Yes.
Member Heil?
Yes.
Member Strova?
Yes.
Secretary Sutherland?
Yes.
Vice President Campbell?
Yes.
President Quigley?
Yes. Liaison reports. Board reports. Any off from my right? Any off from my left? Apparently there's no liaison reports this evening. All right. Student ambassadors, Caitlin Moreno.
Good evening, board members and members of the Valley View community. It is a pleasure to be sitting on the board once again. I'd like to start off with our house shout-outs. IHSA Fall Sports began on Monday, August 11th, and we would like to wish all of our fall athletes a great and successful season. Welcome to our new staff members across the district and to our class of 2029 freshmen. We are so excited to have you in our house. We had a big turnout at our 2025 Find Your Way Day as we changed the format to make it open to all students. While the entire staff was present to greet them, a huge thank you to everyone who attended and helped to make the night amazing. Both Romeoville and Bolingbrook High Schools had a very high pass rate on this year's AP exams. We are so proud of all of our hardworking students, and we hope to continue having such high rates. The RHS JROTC Raider team has qualified for Raider Nationals to be held in Fort Knox, Kentucky this semester. And then last but not least, for our house shout-outs, this past school year, we had a 98% rate of 9th graders on track and a 98% graduation rate. We hope to maintain this outstanding performance. For old business, we are pleased to report that our summer school and sports camps were very successful, laying a strong foundation for the upcoming school year. Both RHS and BHS are seeking juniors to join the ambassadors for the 2025-2026 school year. If you are interested, please check Parent Square for more application information and feel free to reach out to current student ambassadors for details if you or your student is interested. Moving on to new business, picture days are coming up, so be sure to dress nice for all your pictures. As a friendly reminder, we want to gently remind all students about the importance of good attendance throughout the school year. Regular attendance is a key predictor of academic success. Your presence in school makes a significant difference. Please mark your calendars for RHS's Fall Awards Night on September 4th, where we celebrate our student achievements. In closing, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to all board members for allowing the student ambassadors this valuable opportunity to share their voice. Thank you for your ongoing support and commitment to the community. Thank you.
Moving down the agenda, is anybody who wishes to address the audience this evening? If so, please keep your comments to 3 minutes and state your name for the record.
Hello, board. My name is Michelle Tampa, and I am a teacher at Vito Martinez. I've been in this, yes, go us. I've been in this district for 35 years. And I am very disappointed with this board and our central admin. I am one of the very few people left in this district that has taken a strike vote. 1993, we took a strike vote because of an unfair contract. 92% of us said yes. It didn't get to that point, and I'm certainly hoping that we will not have that situation again. I am in the twilight of my career. Throughout my time in Valley View, I can't help but see all the different ways our teachers, our parapros, our security, our maintenance have been harmed by unfair contracts. The school board and the school district, and I'm not saying you guys because you haven't been here for 35 years, have continually given us unfair contracts. Let me give you a history lesson. This is the third time in my career that we have started without a contract. 93, 2013, and now. In the 90s, the board and central admin forced us to vote on a contract the very last day of the school year. Otherwise, we'd start at the beginning. This district continues to take away things that were given. People lost 4 years on the salary schedule. We've had our salaries frozen. For a long time, employees that had worked here 5 years got free health insurance. Spousal exclusion. It cost some of us a pay raise. Then there is the Tier 1 and Tier 2. I really thought that this district and this board started to value its teachers after the last contract, which fixed that Tier 1, Tier 2. I was wrong. You are not willing to provide us with a fair contract. You are throwing our parapros, maintenance, and security under the bus. They're worth their weight in gold. They deserve a living wage. I find it very interesting that you suddenly released the new suggested health care plan today. Hasn't the negotiating team been asking for it? You want to add to the high school day and are still only giving general statements as to what that's going to be used for. Pardon?
Can you start to wrap up your comments?
I'm almost done. Hold on. I know I got a time limit.
Yeah.
I'm almost done. You want to add to the high school day, but still only giving those vague statements about what it will be used for. I'm a history teacher. I always tell my students history repeats itself. I'm up here because I'm in the twilight of my career, and I don't want to see VVC go through what I've had to do and see unfair contract, unfair contract, unfair contract. Our students and our facility need a fair contract. Make it happen.
Good evening, Board and VVC. Today I come to you because I've been attending the past school board meetings, and all I keep hearing and seeing every month, spend, is what this board does.
Can you put your,
In some cases, my name is
your
John
name on the
Moyle
record?
from Romeoville.
Thank you.
I don't know why they spend, because they provide very little the details on that. For the past board meeting, they stated that its district has been doing very well financially. Dr. Woods received a $6,000 bonus and a pay increase this year. I don't ever recall anybody asking me if I would approve of that, or the people of this village. I would have said no. If we don't have money to pay our teachers and staff, then we shouldn't be accepting money. I would say pay it back. If we're financially well, then why are we here supporting the teachers with this contract dispute? For about this 20 minutes, I can't wrap my head around it because it doesn't make sense to me. I presented it to my colleagues earlier today, and they were just like, what's the point? What is your motive? What is your motive? If it's stated in your discretion, in your description that it's 20 minutes of maybe student can make a retake. For what? It's just less than 20 minutes, because by the time they sit down, by the time they take the test, they're racing against the clock. You're adding stress to them. So that doesn't make any sense to anybody who read that piece. For years, I've been asking for a line-by-line breakdown of the school budget. I want to know what my tax dollars are being used for and the amount of salaries you're paying for senior administration. President Quigley and board, it is your fiduciary responsibility to make this right and pay these teachers and staff what they have earned. Not what they want, what they have earned. This means that if you make cuts, start at the top with senior administration and start with cutting their salaries. Valley View teachers and staff, don't let this board divide you. Stand united and stand strong. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Audrey and I go to Romeoville High School. And I think it is a big waste of time to add 20 more minutes to my day, and I personally don't like wasting my time, and I know you guys don't either. Since you say it's only 20 minutes, then you can only give them a raise, can't you? So, let's think about it, since you guys don't clearly think. We need to think about how the 20 more minutes a day can affect the students, because at the end, they have a life outside of school with activities, so they won't get home until like 7, which doesn't give them time to do their homework or anything. So how does that come in results with the test grades and all that? It doesn't work out. Attendance will increase and all of that. Since it's only just 20 minutes, again, give them a raise. Since you think their job is so easy, my mom comes home stressed, drained, tired, and upset every single day from work. It's year after year, and if you think that's easy, then you go spend a day in a parapro classroom, if you think it's easy. So yes, my mom coming home stressed, drained, and all that sounds so easy to me. It really does. So I don't know why you guys can't give them the raise and everything they need. That's it.
Good evening. My name is Sam Simon. 2016 graduate of Bolingbrook High School. Over 10 years ago, I stood before the board to fight against the removal of Mr. White as our principal. Today, I have taken off work, used my own PTO, and driven 45 minutes to come speak before you again and tell you how ridiculous it is that our staff at VVSD are working without a contract. That it is outlandish that the staff that make VVSD who they are, the staff that made me who I am, the staff that are the heart of this community, are working under such conditions. They deserve more than being treated as if they are expendable, because they're not. They are shaping the lives of students that are our future, the students that will inevitably be taking care of all of us one day. I stand with VVSD staff, and I will continue to fight alongside them for a contract. I will continue to stand in unity as long as it takes. Thank you.
I'll try not to get emotional because all these speeches have been great. But good evening, members of the school board and the community in attendance tonight. My name is Ruth Michelson, a Romeoville resident with 2 VVSD students, 1 middle schooler and 1 elementary school age. I first learned that Valley View Council 604 was working without a contract as of the beginning of the new school year at the meet and greet sessions and subsequently through social media. I also read Superintendent Dr. Wood's statement that was released earlier today by VVSD. Although negotiations between VVSD and its teachers and staff are done behind closed doors, it's important for taxpayers who contribute to the community purse to know exactly where our dollars are being spent and that they are spent appropriately. I appreciate the transparency that is shared with the community and Superintendent Dr. Wood saying that the district will continue to work with Valley View Council 604 in coming to a mutual agreement. I urge you to follow through that commitment without disrupting the education of our students. If there is a fear of a budget shortfall because of the unpredictability of federal funding in the future, I believe VVSD should look to refine the budget and review any areas that don't impact our most valuable student resources, our teachers, our paraprofessionals, security nurses, and the like. Is it not possible for the district to come up with a 7% contingency if the federal dollars fall short? Could we reduce the amount or put a pause on our purchase services? Can we reevaluate the funds allocated to facility and operation improvements? Are we optimizing how the district operates before we absolutely say we can't compensate our teachers and staff fairly? And I'm going to go off script from what I wrote today to say that my son, if it wasn't for the paraprofessionals and the special education teachers and the social workers that put in the hours, he would not have jumped from a 2nd grade reading level to a 4th grade reading level within a year. Whether wages or minutes, I want to emphasize the importance of time. Time is a precious resource. Let's not take the wages and minutes of our teachers and staff lightly. The service they provide is invaluable, and they can make a difference in our children's lives. They certainly have made a difference in mine. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Crystal Duran, and I am a first grade dual language teacher. Eso significa que yo puedo enseñar y hablar en inglés y en español. I have been a teacher in this district for almost 20 years. 19 of those years, I've had the most immense luck to work in the greatest school, Tibbet Elementary School, where I have the most incredible principal, amazing office crew, the most loving support staff, and the most welcoming whole staff with the best vibes that you'll ever meet in your life. Thank you. In that time, I've had the privilege of seeing our schools at their very best. Moments where we've pulled together as one, when we've shown up for our students and for each other. I love being a teacher, trust me, I love the work. I love the kids, the community, and the parents, and everything that we've built here together. But I also know that the strength of our schools isn't just inside of our classrooms. It's in every single person who walks these halls to keep our schools running. It's in our security guards who protect our children and teachers every day, and are examples of role models that our children may not always get to experience. It's in our maintenance teams who keep our buildings safe, warm, and working. It's in the paraprofessionals who support teachers, food service workers who provide kindness and fill our bellies, and countless others who make it possible for learning to happen every single day. And yet, some of our colleagues, people that we rely on every single day, are working 2 or even 3 jobs just to provide for their families. That's not right. Do you think that's right? That is not fair. And that's not the kind of district we want to be. It's literally not a good look. This fight, this contract is not just about my salary or any one group of people. It's about all of us. It's about fairness. It's about respect. It's about dignity. It's about making sure that every single person who works here in any role can go home at night knowing that they're valued, respected, and supported. We are a team, and our team is unique. We show up for each other in ways that if you're not a teacher, if you're not working at our school or at a school, you're not gonna know. You can't see that. Every single day, we have each other's backs, and there is not one day that goes by that I don't say to someone at my school, I've got your back.
Can you bring your remarks to a close, please?
And now, more than ever, we need to stand together. We can't go back, and we're not backing down. We're not going to give up on the happiness and well-being of everyone in this district. If we do not invest in our teachers and our staff, we're not investing in our students.
Can you bring your remarks to a close, please?
You got it, baby. When one of us is lifted up, we all rise. When one is lifted up, we all rise. And when we win together in unity.
This thing up?
Folks, can we keep our remarks to the 3 minutes?
Sure, I'll try that. This is I did some research. I know this is like a $400 million institution. I really wonder why these things are kept so limited.
Excuse me.
Tonight I understand.
I need your name on the record.
My name's Alberto Lopez.
Thank you.
I'm just gonna go right into it. I have a family that's filled with educators, so I really am here in support of everyone here, although the topic correlates in some way that I'll explain at the end. But good evening, my name is Albert Lopez. I'm a Valley View parent and community member. I've lived in Romeoville for 15 years. I've paid taxes in Romeoville for 15 years. I have 3 children, and combined, they've used about 2 years worth of resources in this school district. For 83 days, Valley View School District has systematically violated the federal disability rights of my 13-year-old son, a twice exceptional student with diagnosed ADHD and generalized anxiety disorder. Both Valley View District School Administrators, District Council have categorically denied that federal disability law applies to my son's case, despite providing 47 federal cases, including Supreme Court and binding Seventh Circuit precedent. They continue to claim there is no state or federal law supporting your position. This represents systematic and willful disregard for established federal civil rights law. Child find violations 58 days to respond to a disability disclosure, then denied evaluations entirely. Stay put violations unilaterally placed him in a grade where that wasn't adequate, violating his federal right to remain in his last agreed upon placement. Educational deprivation, my son has missed 3 consecutive school days because Valley View School District refuses to provide his federally protected placement. Procedural games, instead of responding to the independent hearing officer's legal questions, your counsel sent mediation requests to avoid accountability. This is particularly troubling because Valley View School District employs doctoral level experts in education law, Dr. Polson and Dr. Rollerson, who I understand are sisters. Both wrote dissertations on educators' legal literacy, yet they oversee systemic denials of Supreme Court precedent. When your education law experts participate in violating federal disability rights, this is no longer ignorance, it is institutional indifference. Board members, your fiduciary duty demands immediate action. Valley View School District's systemic violations expose the district to federal civil rights liability, attorney fee exposure under federal statutes, personal liability to officials when qualified immunity doesn't protect violations of clearly established law. What my son faces, I'm almost done, I promise you. What my son faces, while Valley View School District plays legal procedural games, my child asks daily if he can finally return to school and rejoin his teammates on the John J. Lukantic varsity baseball team. He's a 13-year-old boy in your community who deserves the federal protections Congress guaranteed him.
Sir, please bring your remarks to a close.
I'm at the end, I promise you.
Well, I know, but we're not going to discuss a lawsuit.
Oh, I'm not asking you to discuss it. I want to get my statement here for the record, sir.
You can provide that to the clerk. We're running on 4 minutes
Sure.
now.
Everyone here, I promise you that Valley View School District, it's apparent they don't have the money to sit here and expose themselves to risk.
I'm Jennifer Cooper. I was asked to speak on behalf of parents, but I'm sure everybody can relate to this. Thank you for a moment to speak. I want to start by saying, let's just take a stroll down memory lane. I'm sure some of us, some of you have stood in our shoes. You know what it's like to do a lot of work and still be overlooked. So let's just remember the golden rule. Treat people the way you want to be treated. Paraprofessionals are not extras. We are essential. We directly impact student success every single day. We have over 240 plus pairs with years of experience and degrees, and we even have coworkers coming to us trying to figure out how they can reach students. We solve problems, but yet we are basically boxed into single descriptions, and yet we have a plethora of roles that we have to fill. But yet, here's the truth. We are expected to take on our fair share and more of jobs, but yet we get less recognition and less compensation. Before you make another decision about our jobs, our schedules, our pay, I challenge you to come from behind that desk and come to our job. Let us know who you are and do our job for a day. Your decisions are shaping our livelihoods without fully understanding what the reality of our workday is like. Honestly, your opinion on our roles holds about as much weight as if we were to barge into one of your homes or jobs and start making decisions on how you run your household. If you are going to decide our future, have the decency to witness our present. Come see us because we are done being dismissed and underpaid, and paying us on two different levels is just unfair. It's causing internal division and resentment. We need to be united on every front. You find money for so many different things. So stop ignoring us, because we're not asking favors. We are vital, we are professional, and we deserve compensation, respect, and support. We are demanding fairness. We want to be able to take care of our families and such, just like you. Recognize, respect, do better, and support us.
All right, please state your name.
My name is Jason McConnell, Bolingbrook resident, proud parent of 2 Valley View students. Good evening. I am here tonight to speak in favor of reaching a fair deal for Valley View's hardworking teachers and educational support personnel. After parents, teachers are some of the most important people in our children's lives. They don't just teach, they're role models, mentors, cheerleaders, support systems, and sometimes fashion inspiration for our children. And they deserve our support in every possible way. Please understand, when I'm speaking of teachers, I'm not just talking about those who teach our children, but also the security guards and maintenance staff who keep them safe, the nurses who keep them healthy, the lunchroom workers who keep them fed, the paraprofessionals who provide so much one-on-one support, and every other person who makes the day-to-day work of this school district possible. Thank you for all that you do. These dedicated professionals work hand in hand with our children every day, and they have unique insight to what is and isn't going to help these students learn best. Starting school even earlier, when all available research suggests later start times for high school students, is not a good idea. Work with our staff to come up with a better one. Caution in the face of uncertain governmental funding is wise. Work with our staff to come up with the best way to meet that challenge. If we're losing talented and committed security and paraprofessional staff, then talk to them about what can be done to make it possible for them to stay. And just as importantly, listen to what they tell you. The challenges we face are many, but luckily for us, we have many, many people in this room who want to find the solutions. C.S. Lewis said, 2 minds are better than one, not because either is infallible, but because they're unlikely to go wrong in the same direction. We have a lot of great minds right here who want to help. Teachers have helped make every single person in this room who they are today. I know we can all think of a special teacher in our life, a person who supported and encouraged us, who believed in us when we didn't believe in ourselves, and helped us realize our potential. The people who do that for our children every day are in this room right now. They aren't asking to be rewarded appropriately for their contributions. That would require a salary far beyond what any of us can pay. All they're asking for is to be listened to and to have a conversation with them and with us, the community, about what path the district should take. Give them what they're asking for, and do it now. Thank you.
My name is Isabel Scott, and I am a student at BHS. First, I would like to say good evening to the board and admin, and most importantly, thank you to the teachers, paras, security guards, and so many more for allowing me to be here today and supporting me to get here today. I would not be here if it wasn't for all of my teachers and all of the work that they have done. whether it was show up early or stay late so I could retake tests or learn a concept that I do not understand or help me with an etude. I felt so much love and support from these educators, and they care for their students. And more than anybody could ever know, they put so much work into every single day. There are so many who have impacted me in the best ways possible, and just to name a few, Miss Bartolome, Miss Zeider, Miss Kubiak, Miss Hanahan, Miss West, Miss Wells, Miss Bleers, Mr. Bleers, Miss Manzor, Miss Jones, Mr. P., Mrs. Boyd, Miss Hayes, Miss Rupsis, Mr. O'Halloran, Miss Vitaco, Mr. Hannerhoff, Miss DeLeon. Miss Hawkins, Miss Therial, Miss Meering, Miss Seo, Miss Grinup, Miss Wade, Mr. and Mrs. Storino, Dr. DeMaio, Mr. Weiss, Miss Broman, Mr. Clark, Mr. PD, and so many more. I love my teachers, and I will always speak for them and always stand with them. When I was chosen to be a board ambassador, we were supposed to give our opinions to the board. This is the student opinion. We want our teachers and our paras and everybody who works in our district to be equally represented and equally paid. Thank you.
Good evening, board members and community in the audience. I am Hayden Danielle. I would like to start off by saying that I'm not up here as an ambassador, but as a student. In a school district that shouts every learner every day, it is astonishing to me that the same logic is not applied to the very teachers that contribute to the very success of this. The teachers that take time away from their families to run clubs and sports. The teachers who spend their summers working in their classrooms. Teachers who spend what very little they get on their paychecks to buy from Teachers Pay Teachers. Sorry, I lost my place. Teachers who sacrifice their mental health to ensure their students have the utmost education. And it is not just teachers. It is paraprofessionals, lunchroom workers, nurses, and security guards, and all the same. If you want to implement changes into these schools, go live these individuals' lives and see how impactful your choices will be. I not only witnessed this from my own teachers, but from my mother. My mom has been in this district for over 20 years, and I can tell you the effort she puts goes in beyond the office hours she has. As a daughter of an educator, I know the realities of a teacher, and I find it mind-boggling that all they do gets disregarded. Do not take my mother's work for granted and give her what she rightfully deserves. Teachers are not your subordinates who you can pass down ridiculous demands to and expect nothing in return. These are well-educated people who know their worth, and so should you. Thank you. Have a good night.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Zoe Mia, and I'm a senior at BHS. First of all, thank you to the board, admins, and all the teachers who are here today. I'm not just here as an ambassador, but also as a student at BHS, and I honestly wasn't planning on speaking until I spoke with a teacher a couple minutes ago. Shout out to Mr. Guernsey over there. He didn't have to reach out today, but he asked how all of us were doing, which includes me and my older brothers who he taught. He still checks in years after we left his classroom. Mind you, he was my 5th grade teacher, and so for my brothers. That kind of dedication isn't written in a contract, it's not part of any test, and it's a real human interaction. I am standing here right now because of every single teacher who is here. Hold on. Yeah, right now our teachers are being asked to do more work and have more pressure, and it just genuinely doesn't make sense. They're already giving us everything they can beyond what's required, staying after school just so we can understand assignments, answering to late night emails. So as a student ambassador, I'm asking and begging you to listen, to really hear us. You created this ambassador group to hear our opinion, and I am here to tell you ours, because when teachers are supported in the right way, students succeed. If you really want us to succeed, you have to treat our teachers right first. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Hannah Hernandez. I am a parent of 2 children and will soon be 3 students at Valley View. My son went to Woodview first. They are now at Pioneer. And I have spent most of my career working in organizations that support education, because education is very important to me, but I also know I'm not cut out to be a teacher, because the work that they do, it takes a very special person to do that, and I am so grateful for being able to see that now as a parent close up in these classrooms. I'll be frank with you, you guys could give them a raise every year, and I will tell you it'll never be enough, because until they are making what people at the top are making, I will not be satisfied. But regrettably, I didn't realize the vital role that our support staff play until bringing my son to Woodview 2 years ago. And my children both have special needs, so they don't come to school very easily. And one of the biggest reasons that they were able to get to their classrooms and learn, not just because of the teachers, but because of the paraprofessionals, the security, the people at the front desk, even the maintenance, would greet him by his name, hold his hand. Mr. X knew that Bailey was scared of the loud noises in the lunchroom, so if I had to pick him up early for a doctor's appointment, he personally went and got him and brought him to the front door for me to get him. They've wiped his tears away. I've also had the incredible privilege of spending a lot of time in the school to see the work that is happening. Woodview has children with complex needs, and I know we all here know that it's not the easiest placement. I have seen paraprofessionals be called for elopement, for difficult behaviors, security, maintenance. They are vital to keeping our students safe, to keeping my children safe. And I count on all of them, all of the teachers, all of the support staff, to do the best that they do every day, showing up every day for my kids to keep them safe. And it does not go unnoticed. And I tell you, many of the parents out there, they might not be here tonight, but we all see it and we notice it. And we count on you all to show up for our kids, and you can count on us to show up for you.
Buenas noches. My name is Maricela Haberkamp, and I have been teaching in this district for 5 years. I began as a bilingual elementary teacher and later transitioned into dual language. That transition came with almost no training because of substitute shortage. And since then, the expectations for us as teachers have only continued to grow. I am speaking tonight not just for myself, but for my fellow dual language teachers and for all of my colleagues, monolingual, special education, paraprofessionals, nurses, and staff across this district. We all carry the weight of growing expectations while working without a fair contract. As dual language teachers, we do double the work. Planning, translating, and teaching in 2 languages because our students deserve it. But the reality is that our dual language students are often the ones who suffer most from staff shortages and high turnover. They are over-tested, yet those tests don't result in the same services they need. Too many of them go without special education or speech therapy in Spanish because there simply aren't enough staff to serve them. And every time a teacher or specialist leaves this district for better pay elsewhere, our students lose access to the stability and support they deserve. Board members, this is where you come in. You are the ones making the decisions. You are the ones who can change whether this district will continue losing talented educators to neighboring districts, or whether you will finally recognize the value of the people doing the work every day. When we say every learner, every day, that includes the children who sit in classrooms with constant staff turnover or who wait year after year for services that never come. If you want stability, if you want to end shortages, then you must invest in us with a fair contract. We are not asking for luxuries. We are asking for fairness, for equity, and for stability for our students. My colleagues and I, bilingual and monolingual, show up every single day to make sure our students know that they matter. Now we ask you to show us that we matter too. Board members, the choice is in your hands. Please give us a fair contract for the staff who serve this district and for the students and families who depend on us. Gracias.
Hi, my name's Ava Mockery. I'm a sophomore at Bolingbrook High School. Please believe me when I tell you, no one wants this. We don't want to wake up 20 minutes earlier so that we can have 3 minutes extra in our classes. 3 minutes is not going to help me understand what's going on in AP Biology or AP Calculus BC or AP US History. What am I supposed to do with that? Teachers already work too hard to be made to get up 20 minutes earlier. Hold up. 0 hour would start 20 minutes earlier. It starts at 6:30. Students should not be having to come in at 6:10 so that they can take choir or band or whatever gym they need to take. And teachers should not have to come in 20 minutes earlier to teach these kids. My bus comes at 6:37 a.m. so that I can get to school at 6:50, even though school starts at 7:30. I don't need my bus to be coming at 6:10. I already get up at 5 a.m. so I can feed my dogs, so my mom doesn't have to. And she shouldn't have to. Girl. Teachers already do too much. They already come in early. I get in every day at 6:50 a.m. and Miss Emily Bataco is already there in her classroom with her door open. Yes! And countless other teachers are there too. They should not need to feel like they have to be there earlier. They should be getting paid for these times. Yeah, that's it.
Good evening. Good evening. My name is Wilfred DeBlue. I'm a sophomore at Romeoville High School. I had a speech planned, but my phone died, so everything I'm going to be saying is off the dome. Okay. Okay. I'm here to address the exploitation and abuses of the teachers sitting here today and everyone in our district. Board, you say that you're for every learner and every day. But if you really were agents of education and you really cared about the education that happened in this district, these speeches would not happen. These speeches wouldn't be told here today, and these people wouldn't be sitting here in blue trying to fight for the things that you guys are trying to implement. You are paid way too much, and the teachers are paid way too less. When I go to school and I need guidance and I need help and I need education, it's not you that I see in those hallways. It's the teachers right here. And I know for every student in this district, they can tell you the exact same thing. They're the ones that wake up every morning at like 4 a.m., 5 a.m., 6 a.m., getting lesson plans ready, buying things, doing things. It's not you guys, it's them. School board, and I want you please all look me directly in my eyes when I tell you this. Without this district, without these teachers, you are nothing and this district is nothing. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Emma. Hi, my name is Emma. I go to Bolingbrook High School. I'm a sophomore. I've been in this district since kindergarten. Teachers and students, they shouldn't start 20 minutes earlier because it's hard enough to wake up as it is. Teachers have lives and they should be getting paid for all the time that they're at school. If you guys have the money for gates on the bathrooms, phone pouches, new gym floors, then you guys have enough money for all the teachers. You guys have enough money to pay all the teachers for all the time that they're at school, and they don't get paid enough as it is. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Jennifer Baresh. My mom has taught in this district for 22 years, but have you, the board, ever spent 22 minutes in one classroom? Any classroom? No, you have not, because you guys are too busy doing photo ops I saw Dr. Wood at the high school helping with buses when he could have been helping out any other staff members that need the help. We have the staff to do the buses. And I may only be 16, but I have never seen my mother this stressed coming home from school every single day. She teaches kindergarten at Woodview Elementary and wants to make a long-lasting impact on her students, but she is struggling with this because her admin in the district are not giving her the support that they need to de-escalate all the situations that are happening. In her school alone, there are 3 kindergarten teachers within the past 2 years have all been on workers' comp because of a student. And as for home, she comes home stressed every single day, stressed and exhausted because she is not getting this support. And her admin are rewarding these kids. They aren't reprimanding them in any way. And the things that these teachers put up with, they should be getting compensated for that in their paychecks. And adding 20 minutes to a high school day, that's not gonna do anything. That's gonna make students more miserable. That's gonna decrease in attendance because no one's gonna wanna wake up 20 minutes earlier. I have friends who already wake up at 5 in the morning because they have to get themselves ready. They have to get their siblings ready. I have friends who miss first period already almost every day because they have to help get their siblings ready. And adding 20 minutes to that day in the morning is not gonna help that. That's just gonna decrease the attendance in the morning. And as for the teachers' paychecks, as Wilfred said, you guys would be nothing without these teachers. They do so much. They buy so many things for their classrooms. They put their all into teaching. I've gone to so many teachers for support, so many counselors for the support, and they have given me that support. I have never gone to you guys once for support. Thank you.
Good evening, board members. My name is Julie. This is my coworker, Nora. We stand before you to personally extend an invitation for each and every one of you to come work a day in multi-needs. Before you go back, to negotiations and decide what paras are worth. I also want to extend a huge thank you to all VVSD staff who have shaped not only mine but Nora's children, as both of us have children in VVSD schools. I also want to send a thank you to my daughter, who is a senior at RHS this year. She's here tonight supporting not only me and my coworkers, but all of VVSD staff, because she knows we are all worth it.
Hello, my name is Raven Johnson. I am a parent of a student, Alvito Martinez. We're new here from Minnesota. We don't have the best of experience, but I teach as well, and for the first 10 years, I volunteered, and I'll still do it to this day. I've been teaching for about 25 years, special ed. I know we all got to get paid. I need to get paid. They need to get paid. But in our reality, every day when you go to school and you go to work, you still act like you're getting paid $200,000-300,000 a week because that's what you chose to do. So my thing is, if you wake up with a better attitude, you'll change the world with the students. Now, financially, I'm not here to discuss that. They probably want another $50,000 just like anybody else in this room. But I would do it for free. I did it 10 years for free, and I'll do it again. When you wake up in the morning, you go to class, speak. I heard one of the speakers earlier say that they spoke to her child per name. Y'all can do that too. And I think that would actually incorporate the children to depend on y'all, because I had a tough experience with my child last year. I can go on, and I go personal. I'm not here for that, and I don't have enough time. But whatever you do, you wake up in the morning and you do it. I don't get paid enough at my job that I'm at now, but I'm not going to discount my job for that. I'm just not. Sorry to go against a lot of speakers, but if you're in this career, you know how much you get paid before you start work that morning. And all I ask is that you make sure you do your job as if you're getting paid $1 million, because we are here to build the future for the students. And we all know teachers are underpaid, so. I can't hear that. No. I'll still do it. I'll still do it. Y'all can hire me and give me nothing. I'll still do it for free, because whatever I wake up in the morning and I thought I had 3 minutes. Y'all being rude now. Come on, I'm nervous. What I'm saying is that I watched my mother in the midst of the hood in Inglewood. I grew up there, and she fed everybody at 4:00 p.m. And I know she couldn't afford it. So I didn't know, I didn't have a speech prepared. I didn't even know I was speaking, but just based off what we're saying here, as any employee in here, wake up and give it 100%. Because personally, the students don't choose how much y'all get paid.
Hey, let her speak.
Right.
Ma'am,
if you do
can
it,
you
then
please
y'all
bring your
ain't got nothing to
comments?
say.
Bring your comments to a close.
I just know the experience my son had last year, and because of Hicks' experience, he said himself, I said, well, who helped you in that moment? He said, nobody.
Please bring your comments to a close.
I'm okay, my minute's up. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Hello, everybody. My name is Nigel Morris, and I am a student in Avito Martinez. That's my mom, and I'm here to say that everybody is different in their own way, because if somebody had a different religion as somebody else, that doesn't make them different than anybody else. They're still human. Just like I am black, and there might be like a lot of white and a lot of different races, but like they're still human. So expect people to be different than who you are. Like, maybe somebody is just way different, like they're dyslexic, or maybe they have autism. Like, still respect them. It's no different than anybody else. And like teachers, they go to the school classroom because they want to, not because of the money. Maybe because of the money, but they still want to teach because they chose to teach. They don't expect their like whole class to just be happy to be at school. They might have a bad day and just not want to be there. But there's a lot of teachers that expect their class to participate in what they're supposed to do, not because they need to go to school, but because they're at school. It's no different than like e-learning or something. It's just school. Like, teachers have their own choice. They can quit if they want to. They can retire. But they choose to be in that classroom because they want to, not because they choose to. And this is coming from a 12-year-old. Like, just be grateful that your teachers are there. Be grateful that your teachers are helping. Be grateful that your teachers are being who they are, not because they're getting paid, because they are teachers. Goodbye.
Thank you for your patience and for listening to all of us. My name is Mary Jane Wolf, and I have been a teacher in this district for 30 years. That is 30 years of watching children walk through my classroom door on the first day of school, nervous, excited, full of potential, and 30 years of doing everything in my power to make sure they leave stronger, more confident, and more prepared for the future. I stand before you tonight inspired by a fellow veteran teacher who spoke here just a few moments ago. I am retiring in 2 years, so I am not speaking for me, but instead for our union of every teacher, every paraprofessional, every staff member who has dedicated their lives to this district. A fair contract that honors the hours we put in long after the school day ends. A fair contract that recognizes the nights spent grading, the weekends spent planning, and the countless moments when our own families wait while we take care of other people's children first. Over the past 3 decades, I have seen education change. I have adapted to new standards, new technologies, and new expectations, always with one goal: to give my students the very best. But what has not changed enough is how we, as professionals, are valued. Too often we are told to do more with less, to stretch ourselves thinner, and to sacrifice quietly. And yet here we are, still showing up, still giving our hearts. I implore you tonight, show us the same commitment that we show our students. A fair contract is not just about salaries and benefits, it is about respect. It is about sending a message to every educator that this district values stability, experience, and dedication. When teachers are supported, students succeed. And when staff are respected, schools thrived. After 30 years, I can tell you this: no one stays in this profession unless they believe deeply in the power of education. We do. Now we need to know that you believe in us. Please do the right thing. Set an example for our students of what fairness and integrity look like. Give your educators the fair contract they deserve. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Jenna Jarmus, and I'm a senior at Romeoville High School. I've been in Valley View School District since I was in kindergarten. My teachers have made an exceptional impact on who I am today, but don't get paid near the amount they should. I am also the daughter of a paraprofessional. I have watched the stress my mom goes through every day, the amount of time she puts in staying after work hours. She is worth more than being paid the bare minimum. I would also like to thank all the staff for being here tonight and working without a contract. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Nalani Joyce, and I go to Bolingbrook High School. I would like to make 2 points today. First of all, I'm a student athlete. I play varsity golf at BHS. Today, if I had a match, I wouldn't have gone home until 8 p.m. I am in top 20, meaning I take majority APs and honor classes. That means I would have to have homework. On average, my friends know I get to 4 to 5 hours of sleep daily when I am playing golf. Adding 20 minutes to my day would decrease my sleep, meaning decreasing my test scores, which would go against what you guys are aiming for in the first place. Another thing is, I'm a daughter of a paraprofessional. My mom comes home often with scratches, bite marks, and everything above. She offers more than just educational support. They offer emotional support as well as physical support. Amount of times I've went to my teachers asking for snacks because I'm hungry and I have a sport after school or a club after school. They spend money on those snacks. They also spend their time out of the days to help me retake a test that I might have failed because I didn't have enough time to study because I lack sleep. At the same, 20 minutes added to the day might seem like nothing, but that is so much to the students. Students would also not show up to school if they miss the bus early in the morning. I know a plethora of students that don't show up because they miss the bus. So if they have to wake up earlier, and they have to wake up earlier and they miss the bus, they're not gonna show up. Attendance will go down, grades will drop, and people won't care about the after school stuff, which also contributes to college. It doesn't make sense to add 20 minutes, and if you are going to do that, at least pay the teachers that have to take time out of their day to help the students afterwards. They have a family at the end of the day that they need to go home to. They have kids. My coach literally has a kid in college and a middle school student. They don't have time to just spend 20 extra minutes when they have to worry about their family. So for them to come to school every day, worry about kids that aren't their own, and spend time to help them for their future is already significant. So you trying to decrease, not offer compensation for that while increasing their day is honestly unacceptable. Thank you.
Good evening. I did not think I was going to speak tonight, but after hearing, I just felt motivated to come up. First, I'm sorry. I'm Kimberly Hanahan.
Thank you.
Okay. I know quite a few of you up there. I've been in Valley View for many years. Dr. Wood, I have great respect for you, as well as the board, who are volunteers. But I have been a resident of Romeoville for 33 years. Both of my children grew up in Valley View schools. I was a parapro. I was a teacher. I retired early. I never expected to retire early. I'm quite young. And I retired early because I didn't feel supported. I didn't feel healthy. I was stressed. My family wasn't first. My students were first, which I don't regret, Izzy. But we need to support our teachers. There's so many of us that are retiring early. I worked at Pioneer. They're flocking out the door. What are we doing to retain these teachers, these psychologists, these social workers, these people that have specialized degrees? What are we doing as a district to do that? There's so much more that was in my head, but I can't remember. I did become a teacher because I felt the calling and I wanted to be a teacher. But yes, we have to live. We have to pay bills. The parapros do not they're worth their weight in gold. I retired and then I came back. I went to Pioneer and worked 3 days a week last year. Now I'm at STEP and I'm filling an open position as a substitute. I didn't want to work 5 days a week, but those kids need consistency. Those women in that classroom, those 3 parapros, are supporting me. I'm not supporting them. They are supporting me. I feel like our parapros, our secretaries, our maintenance, our security, they don't get paid a living wage. That's why I went back to school to be a teacher, because my parapro salary was not enough for my family. So I just urge you to find that money. I know that it's complicated. I've talked to some of you about finances. It is a complicated thing, but we have to be able to put off fixing a football field or putting the fences up or buying the TVs or the new microphones. We have to somehow find that money that they so much deserve. So thank you.
Hello, my name is Eleni Trejo. I'm a senior at Romeoville High School, a VVSD board ambassador, student, and teacher. In these 3 roles, I have gotten a wide variety of perspectives, and as so many people in this district have had an immense impact on my life, it is the school staff and the teachers that have motivated me and helped me the most. It is the communion students that I have taught for the past 4 years at St. Andrew's Church. My teaching as a profession teachers, Dr. Morrow and Mr. Ruzhowitz. The teacher that helped me write my application to sit on this very board. The teachers that taught me the meaning of justice and fairness. My teaching as a profession teachers, and the benevolent scoff 5th grade dual language teacher, Mrs. Evangelista, who let me intern for her first semester, who I saw do double the work, que me enseñó el esfuerzo y la pasión que es necesario para ser maestra, and the countless teachers and mentors that I see in front of me who guided me from such a young age that who affirmed to me that I want to be a teacher when I grow up. And that showed me just how valuable it is to be a teacher and the immense time and effort it takes to be one. To this board, I ask you to hear my voice as an ambassador, teacher, and student, to listen to all of my teachers and my staff, and most of all, mentors, because at the end of the day, they are the ones shaping and serving every learner every day.
All right, good evening, Board of Education, President Quigley, Dr. Wood, student ambassadors, the larger Valley View School community, and of course the members. I do have on my Valley View blue today, as I always do. Everything has been said this evening, right? Again, LeVar J. Ammons, Dr. LeVar J. Ammons, 25-year Bolingbrook resident, father to a student at Brooks Middle School, so thank you for all of your work, Brooks Middle School, as well as Pioneer Elementary as well. Appreciate you all. Again, it's all been said tonight. The thing for me is, as a former administrator in this district, I've been in the classrooms, I've interfaced with staff, I've interfaced with our administration here, and what I'm asking is that we take care of our people, and let's get it done. Let's get it done. Listen, working without a contract is incredibly difficult, not to be expected for anyone to have to do that, but these folks are showing up every single day, still putting their best foot forward, working with our students. And again, I know that leadership is tough. I know that the negotiation contracts, conversations are tough, but leadership is difficult, and now it's time to step up, lead with integrity, and make sure we do the right thing for our community. All right, thank you.
My name is Amanda Hess, and I am a parapro, and I am a daughter of 2 educators, proudly. My mom has been a teacher all my life, and I was able to see my dad earn his degree. I had to drop out of college for personal reasons, but I felt lost. I didn't know what I wanted to do. And then I became a parapro because my mom pushed me even though I was scared. And being a parapro has changed everything for me. I started being a parapro, I had an amazing teacher that I was able to learn from on the job. And education and teachers in general has always been very important to me. But it was the first job I've ever had where I felt a sense of belonging, like I can learn there safely, and I could be who I am and help the kids in the way that they need, not in whatever other way there is. I went to Jane Addams, and middle school was very hard. And the main reason I would get up in the morning was for my band class. Electives and other teachers who helped me with math, which was also very hard, and science or social studies, even sports. Sports was my life as a kid. That's all I ever did. And those people are there for the kids, or later if you're a parapro, they are also there for you. More than any, well, not my parents. They're one of the most inspirational and motivational people I have in my life. So, thank you.
All right, seeing no further speakers, we will be moving down the agenda. Let's see here. 10.0. Trustee Donato.
The action for 10.1 is to approve the consolidated action report for certified, classified, and administrative personnel. The administration is respectfully seeking your approval on all items as presented.
I'd like to motion to separate the administration position, Director of Multi-Tiered Supports.
Second.
We have a motion and we have a second. Any discussion? If not, a roll call vote.
Member Heil?
Yes.
Member Strova?
Yes.
Member Baduris?
Yes.
Member Pipkin?
No.
Secretary Sutherland?
No.
Vice President Campbell?
Yes.
President Quigley?
Yes. Okay, so we're separating that issue out. Okay, we're going to vote on the remainder of the classified personnel. Need a motion to.
So move.
Second.
Motion and seconded. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, hearing none. Roll call vote, please.
Member Heil?
Yes.
Member Strova?
Yes.
Member Baduris?
Yes.
Member Pipkin?
Yes.
Secretary Sutherland?
Yes.
Vice President Campbell?
Yes.
President Quigley?
Yes. Now to the motion. This is a motion, we're adjusting the motion made by Member Heil on the MTSS to approve that position.
Second. He made the motion. I second it.
We have a motion, we have a second. All right, roll call vote, please. Unless there's
No,
any
discussion.
Do we have discussion?
Yes, we do.
Thank you.
All right, well, I'm asking before we start this discussion if you could give us 30 seconds, a minute, Dr. Wood, and then we can have some more discussion, and then we can talk about voting about it.
Sure. The conversation revolves around the position of multi-tier system support, the director for that that position. And when we look at the position is designed to provide supports for students who need support, whether it be academically, behaviorally, socially, and/or emotionally. Pretty much connects with a lot of the commentary that was presented tonight in terms of what can we do to ready our system to make sure that we have equitable practices and provide services and resources where it's most important, and that's in the classroom. Especially when we talk about students who need it the most, specifically as it relates to academics. We know that our students fare fairly well, but we do have a distinct equity gap or academic performance gap between specific subgroups, whether it be race or students with special needs. And this position is designed to examine data, promote data-driven decision-making, work in partnership with administrators and school staff to make sure, again, that resources are provided at the level that is most important. We had a commentary about dual language programming, and I'll switch to how that could be supported in terms of hiring practices for hard-to-fill positions like that. So this position would also support diving into what we can do to make sure that through an equity lens that we are attracting and retaining high-qualified staff in the areas, for example, dual language or special education. Additionally, we know that students perform better when they're supported not just in the classroom, but also at home. So strengthen that family engagement component, but again, looking at it through the lens of equity. And we had students that came up and spoke, and I want to see all of our kids have an opportunity to be a Caleb or a Calissa who's on staff or went through our school system. MTSS is a vital component of our district strategic plan. It's a vital, important component that's measured on the Illinois School Report Card. And it's it's a position that is, it expands across levels, it expands across roles to, at the end of the day, make sure that every learner, every day, receives a quality education.
Thank you. We have a motion and we have a second. Is there any further
discussion? I'm concerned. I'm concerned why this particular position out of the other positions was called out. It's hard for me not to see it as discriminatory in some way, and it hits me in that way, and so I'm concerned. Excuse me. I would like to know why it was specifically drawn out, and what was the thought behind that? Thank you.
I would like to draw more attention to the position that's been vacant for 7 months. In discussions with people at building level, they are putting in the support not from the district level. I want to make sure that the person that's filling this position is going to be a value added, not just another body in a building not near children. And I guess I want to make sure that that's happening and it's not falling down to the people that we're speaking right now.
And Board Member Heil, if I could say, back in March, we presented a revised job description because we realized that there was some opportunity to enhance the services that we provide. So we did that, and Center for Action, which was approved, and we will follow through with the intent and letter of what we wrote in the job description.
I appreciate that. I think we also need to make sure that it's reviewed on a more regular basis going forward.
Any other discussion?
Yes, I'd like to talk about it. I wanted to talk about it because I wanted to make sure that, as Member Howell said, I was a little iffy about it, but, you know, I stand my ground on anything. So what I believe God's got me and I'm covered. So I believe if it's best for our staff
and our students. We talked about all the people who came forth, our students, our staff, and we were talking about every learner every day. So I wanted to pull it off the agenda so we could have a talk about it, because some of the board members did have questions about it, so let's get it out in the open. This is not a closed session thing. This is something that we all should be concerned about. So when they said, I was a little iffy about it, and I was like, yeah, let's bring it out so that people will know what this job is. It's not just a fat in the central office again, okay? That's what, I'm just keeping it real. Come on now. And so that's what I want to know, to make sure, and like you said, to be monitored, to make sure that the students, the staff, and everybody who's involved get what they need out of this position. We're not trying to fatten anybody's pockets. And by the way, I thank God for the $0 that I get for working on this school board, okay? And we're the only elected officials that cannot be paid in the state of Illinois. I want to keep that real too. But like you're saying, I come and I do it because I had a special need baby to die and go to heaven. Okay, so I understand that. So I've been in that position. So I am here to support everybody, because it's about the village, and we're talking about the village. Then let's come on, get with it, and let's help this village. You know, from us to y'all to they to them. That's what it is. So we come back to the table, that all of us, we're coming here together. We talk about it, but as we're saying, you know, right now, I don't even see, I'm just going to keep it real. What is the respect at? You know, you got to boo me. Go ahead, boo me if you want to say what I've got to say. But I'm going to respect you no matter what you do. Some of my ambassadors, I told them before when they came here, and we were talking about listening to somebody. You said, listen, we want to listen. You know, and you've got to be listening. So, and I know active listening is, I ain't going to preach to y'all for too much longer, is that, you know, I'm not trying to say what I got to say before I've already heard what you say. And I have my social worker friends, seek to understand before you're being understood. So that's the reason I could stand, because when I lay my head on the pillow, I got to see my Jesus and what he say. Did I make the vote? Was I being selfish? Was I being proud? Was I looking at one little category of people? No, that's not what it's all about. And I hope it's all about that. We are about everybody. Everybody. Everybody is valuable until we get to that point. People don't care how much you care till they know how much you care. You can have all the knowledge in the world, but do people know they care? Do your fellow, members of the union, do they know that you really care? Do you really have their back? Do we really have your back? When it's all come down to say, we'll see. We'll see if this position is really what it is. And you can hold me to the test, that if you out there and you see that this position is not what it, come and let me know, and I can speak up, because I'm a long ranger about Jesus anyway, so it don't matter. So if we want to take a vote on it, let's go for it.
Last comment. So first of all, I'll say thank you, because I did really want to know and make sure that we all know why this particular position was called out. And I did want to say, just once again, the MTSS is that multi-tiered system of support that Dr. Wood was speaking of. My concern too was, I don't want to lose the value we have in equity. We are such a diverse district that there is a leadership at the top that is needed so that we address equity, not just about racial equity, but about learning equity, ability equity, access equity. So I just wanted to make sure that that was done. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, we have a motion, we have a second. If there is no further comment, a roll call vote would be in order. Madam Clerk?
Member Heil?
Yes.
Member Shova?
Yes.
Member Boduris?
Yes.
Member Pipkin?
Yes.
Secretary Sutherland?
Yes.
Vice President Campbell?
Yes.
President Quigley?
Yes. Resignations. Ms. DiDonato.
Action for 10.2 is to approve educator resignations pursuant to Illinois School Code 105 ILCS 524-14. The administration is respectfully seeking your approval on all items as presented.
Is there a motion? So moved. Motion and seconded. Is there any discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Member Shova?
Yes.
Member Boduris?
Yes.
Member Pipkin?
Yes.
Member Heil?
Yes.
Secretary Sutherland?
Yes.
Vice President Campbell?
Yes.
President Quigley?
Yes. Mr. Renich, tentative budget.
Thank you. Each year at this time, the tentative budget will be put on display for the fiscal year. In accordance with the school code, the tentative budget must be made available to the public inspection for 30 days prior to the required public hearing and final adoption, which is scheduled for September 22nd, 2025. Between now and the adoption date, we will continue to refine the budget as needed and I am available to meet with each board member and provide a personalized budget workbook and support for your review and understand. So at this time, it's recommended that the Board of Education approve the 2025-26 tentative budget to be placed on display for 30 days as required by law and to be made public for inspection in advance of the scheduled public hearing for its final adoption.
So moved.
Motion and seconded. Is there any discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Do I have
Oh.
just a discussion? I heard Sorry, I thought my mouth's loud enough, y'all. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know how to make noise. All right, wake y'all up too. Like I say, I'm special. I know that, I'm special. And so and everybody, we special, what the young man said. We all different. Okay, think about my mother. She's in glory now since January. Had to put up with me. Because the budget, I heard somebody talk about the budget and where the money goes and what the line at. So this is your opportunity to see it out there online. And then also, if you don't, you have access to Mr. Renich. Ask him some questions. He'll get back to you. And if you don't, let us know. But I trust him. We hired him for a reason. So here's your questions about the budget. Where's where the money, where your taxpayers' money going for your parents or students, where that money's going. This is the opportunity, and that's why we're voting on it, so you have access to it. No hidden agendas, no nothing, transparency. You got it.
All right. Seeing no further discussion, roll call vote.
Member Badouris?
Yes.
Member Pipkin?
Yes.
Member Heil?
Yes.
Member Shroba?
Yes.
Secretary Sutherland?
Yes.
Vice President Campbell?
Yes.
President Quigley?
Yes. Mr. Renich.
11.2 is a liability insurance renewal. So at the August 4th Board of Education meeting, the renewal proposal for our property, our casualty, our student accident, and our educator legal liability coverage was presented as an information report. So after marketing our insurance needs for more than 30 carriers, Alliance Services recommends renewing our coverage with the incumbent providers. The proposal renewal reflects an 11% increase over the expiring premium. It is the administration's recommendation that the Board of Education approve Alliance Insurance Services to procure the recommended insurance coverages for the period of August 2025 through July of 2026, as presented.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and seconded. Is there any discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Member Shroba?
Yes.
Member Heil?
Yes.
Member Pipkin?
Yes.
Member Badouris?
Yes.
Secretary Sutherland?
Yes.
Vice President Campbell?
Yes.
President Quigley?
Yes. Moving down the agenda, technology,
11.3 is
Gmail migration.
Yeah, Gmail migration support. The district has successfully utilized Google Workspace for the education tools for several years. With the recent upgrade to Google Workspace for Education Plus Edition, we now have access to enhanced features and advanced learning tools that will further support instruction and collaboration. Following a review of our current system, administration has determined that it is both practical and beneficial to migrate from Microsoft email to Gmail beginning 2026-2027 school year. This transition will enable staff to fully integrate with a broader global workspace environment, streamlining communication and improving overall efficiency. So the administration recommends that the Board of Education approve the Google Workspace migration project in the amount not to exceed $47,520.
Motion?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and seconded. Is there any discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Member Heil? Yes. Member Shroba?
Yes.
Member Badouris?
Yes.
Member Pipkin?
Yes.
Secretary Sutherland?
Yes.
Vice President Campbell?
Yes.
President Quigley?
Yes. Driver's ed vehicle.
I just presented the insurance proposal. Well, Bolingbrook High School requires the replacement of vehicle following an accident involving one of our schools, 2023 Hyundai, and it wasn't our fault. During the summer instruction, the vehicle was declared a total loss by the district's insurance provider, In response, the district issued a public bid solicitation through the newspaper on August 1st, 2025. The bid closed on August 12th and resulted in a single proposal from Darcy Hyundai in Joliet. Darcy Hyundai submitted a bid for 2025 at a total cost of $29,019.20. After applying the insurance settlement of $19,167, the net cost to the district for replacement vehicle will be $9,852.20. A detailed breakdown of the vehicle's pricing and insurance valuation is included in reference in your packet. So the administration is recommending that the Board of Education approve the purchase of the 2025 Hyundai sedan from Darcy Hyundai at a total cost of $29,019.20.
So moved.
Motion and seconded. Any discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Member Buduris?
Yes.
Member Pipkin?
Yes.
Member Heil?
Yes.
Member Strova?
Yes.
Secretary Sutherland?
Yes.
Vice President Campbell?
Yes.
President Quigley?
Yes. Number 12, ESSA, Every Student Succeeds Act. Dr. Polson.
Yes, action item 12.1, bringing forward for an action item that was an informational item at our last meeting for Oakview School Improvement Plan. The administration respectfully requests your approval as presented.
Motion?
So moved.
Second. Motion and seconded. Is there any discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Member Pipkin?
Yes.
Member Heil?
Yes.
Member Strova?
Yes.
Member Buduris?
Yes.
Secretary Sutherland?
Yes.
Vice President Campbell?
Yes.
President Quigley?
Yes. Dr. Wood, board policies, updated.
Yes, thank you, Board President Quigley. Last month, the 11 board policies listed below were presented as an information report. The updates are a result of a regular review of board policies and/or recent changes in the school code as outlined in the accompanying memo in your packet. We are seeking your approval of the policies as presented.
Motion? So moved. Motion and seconded. Hit your microphone. Is there any discussion?
Discussion. I just had one question regarding the change to policy 4.165. This particular policy is titled Awareness and Prevention of Child Sexual Abuse and Grooming Behaviors. We just removed 2 policy references that I just wasn't sure why, and I was asking if there could be clarity if we removed reference to policy 5.2 and also 7.2, just to clarify. Policy 5.2 is non-discrimination, harassment, retaliation, and Title IX policy. So that's 5.2. And then we have a 7.2 as well, which is in regards to students, and that title is non-discrimination, harassment, and retaliation of students and Title IX policy. I was just curious why the policy in 4.165 regarding grooming and child sexual abuse, why it removed references to those policies. Thank you.
Is it appropriate at this time to receive a response from legal?
Have the legal counsel address that?
Basically, what we're doing is following a lot of the press suggestions for updates. I didn't realize this was a question. I'm happy to receive phone calls anytime before being up on the dais. So.
Okay. We have a motion. We have a second. Any further discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Member Heil?
Yes.
Member Strova?
Yes.
Member Buduris?
Yes.
Member Pipkin?
No.
Secretary Sutherland?
Yes.
Vice President Campbell?
Yes.
President Quigley?
Yes. Moving down the agenda, Superintendent information reports.
Yes, thank you, Board President Quigley. My update tonight is essentially about our students, and it's about the staff that support them. And I don't want to move forward without acknowledging the excellence that lies within this room, because you guys are excellent. And when I say educators, I mean anyone who comes in contact with students to provide supports, which I have seen, which all of us have seen. You live it and walk it every day. So, the images that I have selected are representative of the students and the first day of school. We have gotten off to a tremendous start. And on the top left, you see the first student of the day for AVM Middle School. Our bottom left are all of our eager learners at Hermanson Elementary. In the middle left, we have outdoor information sites at Jane Addams that was made possible by the fortunate event of no rain, unlike what we're experiencing tonight. Middle right is our secondary transition experience program students gathering on their first day. And on the right, elementary and school support dog, whose name, interestingly enough, is Snoopy. Some additional pictures. First day of lunch at Pioneer. In the middle, we have Bolingbrook High School Marching Band greeting classmates. And on the right, we have RHS sophomore ready for her second year of learning and growing. And we had to make a slight adjustment to the superintendent update because we could not move forward without getting pictures of our youngest learners who started school today. This is our class of 2039. On the left, you see the very first student entering the Debbie Secor Early Childhood Center, and on the right, our students at James Mitchum Early Childhood Center in the Tiger Room getting busy right away for the start of the day. And speaking of the Debbie Secor Center, this is a reminder for our entire school community to come out for the official naming and ribbon cutting ceremony that will be this coming Thursday, August 21st at 5:30 p.m. And some additional important upcoming dates. Curriculum nights check in with various buildings, different dates and times. I mentioned the August 21st ribbon cutting, September 1st, Labor Day, schools closed, and September 8th is our next board meeting. That brings me to the end of my report.
Moving on the agenda, middle school bowling teams. Dr. Polson.
Yes, information item 14.2 is related to coming forth with information for a proposal that will be brought to action at the next meeting, which would bring our three middle schools in Bolingbrook together as a co-op for bowling for our middle learners, as well as another co-op for our Romeoville community for our two middle schools here in Romeoville. So this is just information I'll be bringing forward as action at the next one.
Thank you. Board policies, 14.3.
Yes, item 14.3, board policies. Tonight we are presenting an information report on updates to 8 board policies in the effort to keep the Valley View School District board policies current and up to date. Changes have been made to the following policies. As described in your packet, the board policies will be presented to you for your approval at the September 8th board meeting. And if you should have questions regarding those, please reach out.
Thank you. Legal Services Report.
No report.
Thank you. Valley View Council Report, 604.
Thank you. Thank you to our maintenance department who keeps buses, equipment, and our facilities running. Thank you to our security who keep us safe and act as a first line of defense in so many buildings. Thank you to our parapros who fill so many roles. I could give an entire speech on that alone. Thank you to our nurses who keep our students safe. Thank you to our support staff who also fill so many roles. I could give an entire speech on that as well. Thank you to our coordinators who fill more roles than most realize. And of course, thank you to our teachers from pre-K all the way through our STEP program. That's us, and who are we? VVSD. One more time, who are we? VVSD. In unity. We come before you today, and that is important to realize. It's not me, but it's we. That was a slogan not too long ago utilized in the district. We before me. We paid attention, so here we are. Our negotiating team is here, and they're going to stand up. They have reviewed and they've revised a little bit because you know how long-winded I get. They reviewed and revised much of this speech with me. They have witnessed every step of negotiations that have happened between VVC and the board. Thank you for your incredible dedication. We say board because maybe some board members don't realize that when we were given proposals, they were labeled your proposals, board proposals, not district proposals originally. We are also interested in transparency with the public. And so this message does not come from me. This message comes from the membership. The message is pretty clear. We will not be divided anymore. Those days are over. And I forgot to thank one group because for those at home viewing, maybe what you don't see here is we have a ton of people in the cafeteria, the cafe here at JJL. So thank you to all of them who have stayed. They have endured, we have endured, not flourished. We have endured in the past pay freezes. It split our membership. We have endured losing our spouses from our insurance. It split our membership. We have endured 2 pay schedules, telling our newer teachers and staff they're not worth as much as others. Our ESP still endure 2 pay schedules. It split and continues to split our membership. But we will endure, and we will not play anymore. We have endured watching our ESP struggle to make ends meet with the wages they make, despite being tasked with some of our students' most necessary and intensive needs, including safety, health, and guidance. We have endured paying our maintenance staff below what they could get in the private sector, all because they are dedicated to their community and the schools. They keep those buildings running. They work on the buses that many, if not most, of our students rely on to get to school. We have endured guarantees to our academic freedoms, a few contracts back that have now been taken away. We are at a point now where elementary teachers are told when they can teach certain subjects. Middle school and high school teachers now they have been given the task to have the exact same grade books, with the goal of the entire district having the exact same grade book. We aren't operating under everyone learns to ride the bike at different times. Teachers and staff are now operating under we are going to control if and when you can use a kickstand at this point. Los maestros del programa de lenguaje dual han soportado muchas horas de trabajo sin compensación, hacer traducciones interminables, cumplir con requisitos adicionales y enfrentar cambios cada año. Han soportado expectativas muy altas, mensajes diferentes de la administración, porque cada persona ve el programa de manera distinta y no ser escuchados respecto a que nuestros estudiantes toman el doble de exámenes. Lo siento, pero cuando hablo en español siempre tengo que usar mis manos. Don't worry, I'll translate. Except the last part. That one's an inside joke. The dual language teachers have endured many hours of work without compensation, making endless translations, meeting extra requirements, and dealing with changes every year. They have endured very high expectations, different messages from the administration because each person sees the program differently, and going without being heard that our students take twice as many tests. We have endured retaliation and intimidation. Quite frankly, I cannot discuss it because members are too scared for me to do anything about it. Trust has not been eroded, it has been eliminated. Trust has not been eroded, it has been eliminated. We endured a less than ideal process during negotiations with a brand new administration, brand new attorney, and a board we had strained relationships with sitting across from us at the table. Which is why they were not interested in listening to us as educators and staff. We knew that we should temper what we asked for. We endured having many of our proposals rejected despite the district not only having almost twice as many as we had, but our acceptance of most of their proposals as well. We had 22 proposals in all. The district came with 41, almost twice as many. We endured a proposal from the district that wanted our high school teachers to teach up to 8 classes. Wording the proposal this way meant my members may have possibly not received lunch nor a plan. You will probably hear from the other side that the union asked for a ridiculous amount for a raise, around 20% for 1 year in one of our earlier proposals. That's true. But realize something. That was after we pointed out the wording and wanted to have a discussion, and were told, come with a proposal. So the team went to work. And we couldn't find a district that worded the high school day this way in the entire state of Illinois. So yes, we proposed a roughly 20% raise for 1 year because we were trying to work with what the district put in front of us. Our 20% ask was as ridiculous as the district's proposed wording of the day for our high school teachers. We have endured during negotiations being told that higher raises than what the district was initially offering would depend on pre-K through 8 working an extra 20 minutes in addition to the high school. When asked what pre-K through 8 would do with those extra 20 minutes, no clear plan was given. We have endured the district proposing a cost-saving insurance plan and being told we would have to agree to 20 extra minutes for that cost-saving insurance plan. A plan that the district stated saved the entire district money. The district was willing to lose money as opposed to working with us on more instruction time for our students. To be clear, that was the moment we called an impasse. We called an impasse the moment the district was willing to lose money to get what they wanted. We have endured being our students' advocates as the district demanded that we agree to force our high school students to start at 7:10 a.m. I'm not going to go into all the research, but if you really want me to, we could. Research indicates this is harmful to our students. We asked for data on student and parent voices on the matter. We were asking. We wanted to have the conversation. We were given none. 2 days into the school year, I was getting to know one of my students, and I want to tell you his story because it happens too much and too many people aren't talking about it. His workplace in another community is illegally working him. The student told me, hey, I'm pretty tired today. He stated he didn't get off work until 1 a.m. 1 a.m. on a Thursday night, just so we're clear, for a 16-year-old is illegal. But he needs a job. It's not a fun position to be in, is it? When you hear these stories as a high school teacher. He needs sleep. In addition to this story, I had someone come up to me today and they said, I don't know what I'm going to do. This is a fellow teacher. My daycare opens at 7 a.m. I cannot find anybody else open before 7 a.m. How do I tell them to work with this? I tried, people. The negotiation table is not where to decide to send our high school students to school 20 minutes earlier in the day. I'll get to that game. We have also endured hearing from non-educators about the length of a school day, so let me provide some numbers to address the message from the district today. Matea Valley, I'm going to use Matea Valley High School. How many minutes do you think they have more of instruction than Bolingbrook High School? The answer is they have 10 minutes a week more based off of the proposal that we both agree with to eliminate early release. That's how much they would have, not 2010. Since we both agree to eliminate early release, this is the accurate number moving forward. That's 2 minutes a day, not 20. Both districts 203 and 204 start later than the district's proposed 7:10 a.m. start time. We would have one of the earliest start times for high school in the state. You are trading what you say is one of the shortest high school days in the state for one of the earliest high school days in the state. That's what you're doing. A state where the average start time for high school is 8:08 a.m. Now, there's a deeper conversation. You're going to hear that, and that's true. But where is it? Why isn't it happening? A state where students, I want to make sure this is a state. Illinois is a state where students attempted to get Springfield to pass a bill demanding a later start time for high school. And I'm sitting here asking for data that the students are okay with this. We asked the district for data on their proposal to make our high school day one of the earliest start times in the state. They gave us nothing. We give you, the community, student voice and numbers from the state. While we are on the topic, we have endured a district that put forth a proposal that would give our high school teachers less plan time than Naperville, Indian Prairie, Plainfield, and Oswego 308. The district is going to tell you about Plainfield. We tried. We tried to work with the district on this. We spent an hour and a half working out a schedule that would have at least started at 7:15 a.m. instead, trying to work with the district and buy our students at least an extra 5 minutes of sleep. The district stated they couldn't afford that, and they didn't think it was safe. This is interesting since a board member stated in this very room, and we quote, "The district has plenty of money." This is interesting since we proposed the idea of a longevity increase for our security to help retain highly trained, qualified, and I want to say dedicated security. District said no. We now have teachers who are performing the duty of security in some buildings during their duty time. Instead of running support for students, which, by the way, that support time is exactly what the district was asking for. The district's plan would also reduce instruction time for current classes. No plan or communication on how we're supposed to adjust our curriculum. We have endured needing to take more college credit classes in order to keep our job. Teachers with over 10 years of experience in some cases have almost lost their job, if not for union and HR working together to problem solve. When we proposed a simple step to help with that burden, we were told no. In the end, all of this is why we have come to an impasse. But there are more reasons. We have asked ourselves many times, as many of us have over the years. And I know this is going to sound harsh, and it's not meant to, but it's just real. How much is ineptitude and how much is malice? We set up good faith mediation sessions with the district. Many emails went back and forth. We sent an agreement for both parties to sign. What I signed did not say mediation. It was not what we had corresponded back and forth about. It is true, I trusted the district. Luckily for us, the mediator was not having it. The district capitulated after he got involved. That's what they think of us. Why? To try and prevent us from striking at the beginning of the school year? Through all of this, this is what the district thinks of us, through actions. Not of the people who care about and for the most valuable asset to their community, their young people. No, adversaries they are trying to one up. It's just sad. It's the word that keeps coming back to me is sad. We never wanted to strike at the beginning of the year. It's not something I would do. We wanted to engage the community. We always want to. We still want to engage the community. It has always been our intention to allow the community to hear these things first. It has always been our intention to be transparent and do business in the light. And when I have asked for that, we have endured retaliation. I myself have endured retaliation. To the community, I guess we are. We are the enemy because we try and involve you. We are the enemy because we think you should be a part of this conversation. We are the enemy even though we came with adjusted expectations and we were still not heard. We are the enemy because we run a Q&A for you to hear from the board candidates. And when our students tried to do the same and run their own similar Q&A, they were told no and shut down. You have student ambassadors. Have you asked them how they feel about a 7:10 a.m. school start time? Or was this just another time in which the union was going to be blamed? No more, and not under my watch. A contract is a two-way street, and to the administration of this district, I want you to realize that the contract does not contain what the union finds ideal. It is merely what the two sides have been able to agree on. A contract is a two-way street. And if you have ever said, we can't do anything about it, it's the union contract, why would we be willing to take the blame then for an earlier start time for our high school students? Because I'm not. Because at this point, after my 19 years, I know how this works. People are upset, the complaints come in, and the union gets blamed for the contract. I'm done playing that game. To the community, we don't want to have a work stoppage. We are dedicated to working every day of this school year, even if a work stoppage does happen and we have to work further into the summer because we protect our own. And I'm sorry, I know this is going to be taken personal, but I'm going to throw it out there again. 2 years ago, and you heard it earlier, 2 years ago, we had a retiree who was hurt on the job. He put in for retirement only to realize the workers' comp he had to collect would lower his pension for the rest of his life unless he was allowed to revoke his retirement. The district said no. I'm sorry, I know this is going to be taken personal, but it's not meant to. It's just that you need to understand that when we see administration allowed to revoke and we are not, this is what we see. So no games. We know how many days we need to work. We'll work them. We're committed to working them all and making sure our students receive the very best education. But we are also committed to standing up for ourselves and each other in unity. We want you to realize one last piece. The district has stated they are afraid their federal funding will be cut. But let us say this, they asked for an economic contingency plan. We agreed to one. We were very close to agreeing on the percentage of lost revenue at which time that would kick in. But realize something. If it does, there is a scenario where the district asks staff to work longer days for nothing. What we have asked for is not that far off from what the district has stated it can afford. This isn't about us trying to drain the district of money. We are close. The district's philosophy, however, is quite simply that we aren't working enough. And unless our pre-K through 8 teachers are sitting at the school for 20 more minutes, or high school isn't there for another 20 minutes, then they state they don't have the money. And by the way, if you're asking about STEP, they didn't tell us. The district neglected to inform us what they wanted from our STEP staff. The good news is, my team, our team, we know our members, we're there to advocate for you as well. If your goal of adding time is so important, this should be part of what you are selling to the community and staff through outreach. Forward thinking. You should work with stakeholders. Because one last thing, our students and we have endured. It's called Future Ready. Because you asked for more time before. And we said, okay, we agreed, right? Two-way street. That's what you did with the extra time last time you wanted it. We're gonna bet, I am gonna bet, your student ambassadors have lots of thoughts on Future Ready. We would love to see the feedback from the students on Future Ready. In fact, here's a challenge. The last time you asked for more time, we ended up with Future Ready and advisory time. How do your students feel about that time? Do you know? 'Cause we do. Throughout negotiations, we were asked the question, don't our students deserve the best? Our answer then and now, absolutely, unequivocally. Our students deserve the best, and so does the staff. All of this that I have provided is an attempt again, and I need you to trust me, I've tried. Like, we have tried. It's an attempt again. It's an attempt for you to understand the broken promises we have endured, and the actions with no plans have lasted far too long. We have endured. We want to flourish. And in case you need a reminder, who are we? VVSD. Who are we? VVSD. Who are we? VVSD. In unity.
Office Personnel Council.
Good evening, board members and senior leadership, as well as the Valley View Council and the community. My name's Maria Raices, president of the Valley View Office Personnel. I'm here with my executive board officers, Vicky, Christy, Sandy, and unfortunately, Letty had to go home in the storm to Indiana. So she wishes she could be here as well. Although the secretaries are a separate council, we're all in this together through the AFT and the IFT, American Federation of Teachers and Illinois Federation of Teachers. As a tax-paying homeowner and a resident of 24 years in Bolingbrook, I'd love to see Valley View be a school district where applicants are breaking down the doors to be a part of, a workplace where positions only open when someone retires. VVOP, we stand with VVC for a fair contract.
Transportation. No report? All right. Any old business before the board this evening? Any new business before the board this evening? FOIA requests will be with Mr. Blaney and are available on our website. Any announcements for the board from my left? Any announcements from the board on my right? I have one announcement. The Pakistani Independence Day celebration is Saturday at the Bolingbrook Village Hall. We have a large contingency of Pakistani residents in the community, and they throw a wonderful Independence Day celebration and have some really good food. That begins, I believe, at noon and goes on into the evening. So, any announcements by the administration?
No, not tonight.
Anyone else? Any comments? Have a safe evening. I hope you don't have to row your canoe to get home.
Motion to
Need a
adjourn.
motion to adjourn.
Motion. Second.
Motion and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Ayes have it. Thank you.